Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today let's go over a premium hard question in the database category that I just solved on my own. So I'm super happy about this and I'm very glad that I was able to come up with my own solution to this question without any assistance. So let's go over it and let me show you how I did it. This is question 3268, find overlapping shifts 2. So basically, you want to record how many overlaps and the total number of minutes if there are any overlaps for each employee ID. So the employee ID is going to be the primary key in the output. So let's go ahead and get all the employee IDs and their start and end shifts, all the times they've worked. So for IE and enumerate employee shifts employee ID. So that's going to be the key. Let's give it a better name, EID. So DEID. Let's call this start and end, employee shifts, the start, and then the end for each row. And this is going to be unique. So start time of I, end time of I. Cool. So now let's append the interval, and then let's go ahead and sort by the start time and then by the end time so that we can find the overlaps more easily. So now that we have that, let's loop over each key in our dictionary. Let's call this now for the value, and let's print K and now. So we should have 101, 102, and 103, or 1, 2, and 3 for the employee IDs. Cool. So now to get the maximum number, or to get the how many shifts overlap at each time, remember what they mean is to get the total number of pairs for each user if they do overlap, and then for each number, what is the total number of pairs that are overlapping, and plus 1, because you have to count the current pair itself. So let me just show you how it's done. So the way I did it was I just said for I in range length now, because we already know this is sorted by the start and the end time. For j in range I plus 1 length of now. So it says here if this one shift's end time is later, so because we know now of j of 0 has to be bigger overall than I, that's why we sorted it. So if this is less than now of I of 1, so the current end time, now of i's end time, is bigger than the next start time, then we can go ahead and say pairs of I dot append j, right? So this is the complement to this to make the pair. And then this is going to be the size of the pairs plus 1. So let's go ahead and print K in pairs, and you will see what I mean. So nice. You can see here, just by using the test case, you can kind of figure out 1 and 2. Nope. 1 and 2 is 3. So plus 1. 1 is 2. 0 is 1. So let's call this overlaps is 1. So for P in pairs, overlaps is max of overlaps, length of pairs P plus 1. Cool. So now let's print K in overlaps, and we have one part of the solution. Length of pairs P plus 1, overlaps. Yep. So is it like this? Okay, cool. 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Now we have to find the total duration. So let's just call this total duration. And the way I like to do it is just to get a data frame or date time. Date time. Let's start with 0, 0, 0. That's just time at nothing. And then if this is true, the difference is now of I of 1 minus now of j of 0. And then total duration, I just added the difference, and let's go ahead and print the total duration. Date time. Oh, to date time. Cool. So you can see 10 hours. So times 60 is 600. 6 hours times 6 is 360. 0 is obviously 0. So that lines up perfectly, and we can say So we want to convert this times 60 because number of hours in terms of minutes. So each hour has 60 minutes, and then plus the number of minutes. We don't care about the seconds, right? And this is just the date itself. So let's say total duration dot split of 1, and let's print k overlaps t. Let's turn it back into a string. Okay, cool. So now just this part we're concerned about. Now let's say we want to split it by this colon. So let's call this string t dot split by the colon and then 0. And let's turn this back into an integer because we want to multiply it by 60 minutes in an hour. Okay, cool. So now we can say times 60. So you'll see 600, but again, you have to make sure that you add this because there are still minutes, right? We don't get the total number of minutes. So plus int string t dot split of 1, okay? Because 1 is this section out of the whole thing after we split by the colons. So hopefully that makes sense. And then if we print this, we are good to go. So now let's go ahead and make an answer list. We have our 3 columns. And then last but not least, here it says sort it in employee ID. X0 employee ID, the first column, and then let's make 3 arrays. V0, V1, V2. Cool. Now let's create an empty data frame. This is all standard stuff. Result of employee ID is A, max overlapping shifts B, and total overlap duration is C, and then we should be good to go. So let's run this, submit it, and there you go, passes all test cases. So again, I'm super happy that I was able to come up with my own solution to this question without any help and solve it completely on my own. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for more.